Hello, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, wherever you are seeing this video. If you just stumbled upon it, please do not go away. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. This is the Kosh TV on YouTube, okay? Kosh TV. Honestly, let me say this. I have stumbled upon another channel and the spelling is nearly the same as this one, okay? But this is Koshi as Quorsh, okay? The other one has E somewhere. This is Quorsh TV on YouTube. And if you did stumble upon it, please consider subscribing and then like, share, and comment. This channel is aimed at improving the well-being of the family and the community as a whole, and is backed by a group of professionals who are very knowledgeable in their various field of profession. If you are a regular viewer of this channel, hooray! The wait is over. I did promise that I was going to do just a little summary on weight gain, probably excessive weight gain, obesity, and then pre-diabetes all into one. It's not going to be a lengthy one. Going to make it as short as I can, and I hope I make it as interesting too. Okay, I know we the healthcare professionals, we always talk about weight gain. We always advise our client, our patients about their weight. Yes, there are reasons why we do this. Excessive weight gain, if not controlled or managed properly, can lead to so many other conditions. Okay, and globally, everyone is trying to, governments, nations are trying to talk about healthy living. Okay, and if you're talking about healthy living, you're talking about being able to provide for yourself and your family a healthy 3 square meals, okay, which should be the standard. All right, but because of lifestyle issues, other socioeconomic factors, sometimes these goals or these let me just leave it as that. These goals are not attainable due to nobody's fault. What's happening? Well, by poverty and not being able to make time for ourselves. Sometimes you are in the position of being able to provide this for yourself, probably not the family. You're able to provide for the family, but you don't really have time to look after yourself. And if you are able to provide for the family, what comes in here is supervision, especially if you have the younger one to consider. Do we actually consider them to make sure, or supervisors to make sure that they are eating or having what they should have? Good rest, good sleep, living a healthy lifestyle. This is it. The stresses of life, you can't really blame anyone. Sometimes you can't really blame anyone. But I'm going to talk about weight gain. Okay, weight gain. My reference here is the NHS England website. Okay, for a health professional to actually tell you that okay, they think you should manage your weight, either to you should either eat a little bit more and that you are underweight, or you should watch what you eat and reduce amount of certain things that you eat because it's affecting your weight. They use what is called the body mass index. Okay, this is an assessment tool which is used globally. All right, so it is the body, which is the BMI, which is a healthy weight calculator. So I'm not going to talk about how it's done because that could lengthen the video, but it takes into consideration your weight and your height and sometimes your age to calculate, to actually tell you or your health professional if you have a healthy weight. Okay, these things become necessary because if care is not taken, as I said previously, it can lead to other conditions leading to spending of more money on medications and all that, which can equally have a bit more negative effect on your life. Okay, so when your health professional tells you that you are probably overweight, then it means there is the possibility that you could be at risk of other conditions. Okay, so what actually helped the health professional say this? I did mention the body mass index. The body mass index, which is the measuring tool for this, is kind of a special tool. On it, it's able to tell you whether you are underweight, you have a normal weight, you are overweight, or you are obese. Okay, all these sections of various weights have their own impact on your life. Okay, with the exception of being lucky to have the normal weight. Okay, so obviously if you are overweight, they would advise you on what to do. If you're underweight, they will advise you on what to do. If you are obese, you are advised on what to do. When if you are in an area where you're lucky to have access to facilities and all that and services, sometimes you may be asked to see an expert, okay, who will take you through the process of attaining the agreeable weight. At least they do attempt to do that. People have benefited from it depending on accessibility to these facilities and services. Okay, so one of the effects of excessive weight gain or overweight can be pre-diabetes leading to diabetes. Being overweight doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be a diabetic. Okay, you could be at risk of getting some other conditions, heart problems. Okay, and if you look at history, if you look at researches and studies, certain ethnic groups are more susceptible, are more prone to cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and what have you. Okay, what's the cause of these? Mainly socioeconomic factors. When I say socioeconomic factors, I'm talking about where you live, food and services available to you, your knowledge. Yes, knowledge is part of it. And age, yes, you can't really put in age as the socioeconomic factors, but yeah, age isn't really, but age also plays a part. Some ethnic group food diet, and put it diet, is of more of the starchy bit. The main portion of the food is more of the carbohydrate bit, okay? And this also comes into play depending on where you live and what is available to you. So being aware or having a good knowledge of yourself, your family history. I'm talking about history of illness that runs in your family, and the how do I say it? Genetic makeup. You would be able to know what you should be eating. Okay, you would be able to know how active you should be. You will be able to know what you should avoid. Okay. It is very important for us to know these things. Okay. Now, these factors does contribute to the development of the condition diabetes. I did mention in one of my previous videos in the kitchen about the issue of me talking about pre-diabetes so much. This is because the disease diabetes has a very insidious process of developing. And when you have it and proper management and care isn't taken, it can lead to so many other conditions. Therefore, doing what? Making your problem worse. It compounds the problems. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about diabetes and its management. I'm just talking about pre-diabetes. So if you look at information available, one I saw on one of the clinics, and some doctors and health experts, they talk about blood values, which is the HbA1c of a level of 5.2 millimole to 5.7. Okay, but another school of thought is saying 4.2 to 4.7. From my understanding, I feel a doctor you see or a health professional you see will tell you that you are pre-diabetes, taking into consideration your family history. If you have a family history of diabetes and you have blood level, that's the HbA1c level of 4.2, within the range of 4.2 to 4.7, you are likely to be told that you are pre-diabetic, and then she takes steps so that you can reverse it or develop it into diabetes. Now, if you should have a family history where everybody seems to be fit, these chronic illnesses aren't that common, and your health professional, your doctor tells you that, okay, 5.2 to 5, this is what you are. But for a doctor to actually, or a health professional to tell you that you're pre-diabetes, they would have to take so many factors into consideration to tell you this. Okay. Now, so that's why I said that socioeconomic factors play a very big part in our health. Okay, it does play a very big part in our health. Those of us from the ethnic minorities, we tend to be of the larger size. We tend to be, it doesn't always happen, but if you should look at studies, we tend to be of the larger size. And if you should look at it properly, you would notice that it's our diet, culture, lifestyle. How many people, how many ethnic minority women, even let's say men, will you see making time to go to the gym, making time to play football also with their children? Yes, socioeconomic factors. You need to earn to feed the family. There are responsibilities. So we will rather skip those habits and try to make more money. You come home, you're tired, you eat your meal, and you put your your feet up. These seems to be our lifestyle. Generally, if you see, it doesn't mean that everyone from the ethnic minority group tends to live this kind of a bit of sedentary lifestyle. So, me talking about pre-diabetes, what I'm trying to say is this: if your healthcare professional or your doctor tells you are, let's try and then take steps to prevent us from getting the diabetes. It's difficult, honestly. It's not easy. It's difficult, but let's try, because you do not really want to get the diabetes and then start going on medications or injections. And you know what happens? You're taking the injections, you're taking the medication, so you think you're all right. So you just continue like that. And yes, science has worked on these drugs and medications. They're supposed to help us. But if we can help science with our own efforts and activities to actually reduce the amount of these medications we take, why not? I'm always of the view that see your doctor if you are unwell, because science has been such a blessing. It's giving us the opportunity to treat conditions. It's giving us the opportunity to actually probably have a second life if you were to be dying. So make sure you see your health professional. Make sure you stick to our advice. I'm telling you this, I'm telling myself too. Make sure you take your medication as you should do. And then we have a happy family and a happy community. Thank you so much for listening to me. And as I always say, remember, you and your community are responsible for your well-being. So make it a point to be a positive influence or impact wherever you are. Till I come your way again, I say keep healthy. However, remember to share, subscribe, like, and comment. Bye bye.